Hi, I'm Steve Wheeler, and this is my entry into the Ukulele Review Play It Forward contest. This will be an introduction to movable chord shapes. Movable chord shapes are the ones where all four strings of the ukulele are fretted, which gives you the ability to move your hand up and down the fretboard without having to change the position of your fingers. There's really no music theory you need to know for this, but I will cover a little. First, every chord is made up of at least 3 notes. Given that we have 4 strings on the ukulele and can play 4 notes simultaneously, that means for any 3-note chord you can double up any one of the notes and it'll still be the same chord. The other thing you need to know is we have 8 named notes in the scale: A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. In between every pair of named notes except for between B and C and E and F, there are half steps, which are sharps or flats depending on whether you're looking at it as being a sharp of the lower named note or a flat of the higher named note. Each half step is equivalent to 1 step, 1 fret along the fretboard. You will eventually want to know where the notes are on the fretboard because it will help you find the chords you're looking for. Okay, the first movable chord shape I'm going to show you is related to 2 of the first chords you probably learned, the F and the G. I'm sure you learned to do the F chord by putting your index finger on the E string at the 1st fret, which gives you an F note, and your middle finger on the G string at the 2nd fret, which gives you an A. The other notes we have are a C on the open C string and an A on the open A string, so you can see we've doubled up the A. The G I'm sure you make by putting your index finger at the 2nd fret of the C string, your middle finger at the 2nd fret of the A string, and your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, which gives you the G, or root note of the chord. To make this movable and show you the commonalities, make the F chord again, but instead of using your index and middle fingers, use your middle and ring fingers, which leaves your index finger open. Slide up 2 frets so that you're making the G note here on the E string, and fret the strings all the way across with your index finger. So this is a G chord, and it's movable because you can slide it up for an A, 2 more for a B, and so on. But instead of having the open G string match the G note here, you've got a B on the G string which matches a B on the A string. The next shape I'm going to show you is the B flat shape. You make that by fretting the A and E strings at the 1st fret, the C string at the 2nd fret, and the G string at the 3rd fret. This by itself gives you a B flat chord, and it's movable. You can just slide it up for a C or a D or whatever. However, you get some versatility if you extend your index finger across and make this into a bar chord. So, how do you use this? Well, you combine the 2 shapes to get the chords you need for playing in a given key. Let's start with the key of D. If you're playing in the key of D, the chords you're going to want are D, G, and A usually. So those are known in Nashville notation as the 1, 4, and 5 chords, and you get those by counting. If D is 1, then you have E, F, and G, which gives you 4, and A is 5. This is the same sort of thing you get in all the keys. And starting in the key of D, make the B flat shape at the 5th fret. This gives you a D major. Use the barred form rather than the short form, and it allows you to move fingers around and still keep things fretted all the way across. So in the key of D, if you're playing your D chord and the song moves to A, the nearest A chord we have is with the F shape at the 4th fret. So you slide back 1 fret, which gives you a D flat. Move your middle finger over from the C string to the E string. That gives you the F shape and your A chord. And you stay there. When the song moves to G, you just slide back 2 frets and you've got your G chord. If you go back to D, you slide up 3 frets, move your middle finger over back to the C string, and you're back on your D. Simple, right? This is also a positional relationship. The B flat shape, if you use that for the root chord of your key, the 5 chord is always going to be found in the F shape 1 fret back, and the 4 chord is going to be found 2 frets further back from that, for a total of 3 back from there. So if you're playing in the key of E flat, which a number of blues songs do, you can just put your bar at the 6th fret, which gives you an E flat chord, move back to the 5th fret and the F shape for your B flat, and move back to the 3rd fret with the F shape for your A flat. Okay, now I'm going to show you some variations on the B flat shape that allow you to get some different chords out of them. If you start by making the B flat shape at the 5th fret, this gives you a D major chord. So, let's start by making an A7th chord, which involves fretting the C string at the 1st fret. If you make that movable and slide it up to the 5th fret, you've got a D7th chord, and all you have to do to make it a D major is to drop your ring finger onto the G string at the 7th fret. If you make an A minor, which is fretting the 2nd fret of the G string, make that movable and slide it up to the 5th, that's a D minor. All you have to do to make it a D major is to drop your middle finger onto the 6th fret of the C string. If you strum the ukulele with all strings open, that's an A minor 7th. If you slide up your index finger barring across the 5th fret, that's a D minor 7th. So we have the D major, the D minor, the D7th, and the D minor 7th, all by putting your index finger across at the 5th fret and picking up or putting down 1 or 2 fingers. So what I've shown you is a couple of different movable chord shapes. One which is based off the F and the G chords and gives you that sequence up and down the neck. Another one based off the B flat shape, which gives you various other chords up and down the neck. And I've shown you variations on the B flat shape to get the minor 7th, and the 7th chords out of that. So now you should know enough to start going up the neck with your playing and have fun.